everyone, it's Ben Fargen here for Retro Camera Cool. We're here to talk a little bit and review Kodak Professional Pro Image 100. I have to be honest, when I first found out about this film, I looked around on the web, looked at some of the samples, looked at some of the other reviews, and I was very underwhelmed by the looks I was seeing. At least from the sample images, the coloring was a little bit off. The exposure latitude to me seemed kind of not very good. And I have to be honest, I kind of took a chance and bought some on Amazon when it was on sale. That being said, I am pleasantly surprised by the results that I'm getting for the photography that I do. One of the things about this film that will be a turnoff for some 35mm shooters is that if you're asking yourself, is this the kind of film that I'm going to shoot and straight out of camera scanned, I'm going to love it? Probably not. I think it's one of those films that is definitely geared towards somebody who's already crafting a look in Lightroom or Photoshop. It tends to be really punchy in kind of the oranges and yellows, and you need to be prepared to kind of address some of those things, and some people are just not going to want to deal with that. For me, it's not really a problem because I kind of have a system that I use for any film to kind of cultivate a consistent look that I want. So I put about 10 rolls through a multitude of cameras. Some of the photos you're going to see today, my Leica M2, it was one of the first rolls I put through with the Voigtlander 35 1.4 classic lens, and I think it's great. One thing about it that's really interesting is it seems to handle like sun flare and direct shots with sun coming in kind of in a really cool way. Please note all of the images that you are seeing that I'm going to show in the samples were mostly metered at 80. Some I metered at 60 early on, and I think I like 80 best. I haven't really shot it at box speed. I'm not a big box speed guy. I always end up feeling like the shadows are getting lost, so I always kind of rate it a little bit down, especially when I'm using 100 speed film. What are my criticisms about the film? Well, one thing I definitely will say is that the grain structure of Pro Image 100 seems much higher than a typical 100 speed film. It has a lot of grain, and I don't know if that's just the processing that I've had done or if it's the way I'm shooting it. I don't mind it. I like it. It's not crazy. I mean, it's not like the kind of grain you get from like HP5 or something like, really heavy grain, but it definitely, comparative to like Ektar or, any of the Fuji, the lower ISO films, it's definitely got a lot more grain, probably more on par with a 200 or a 400 speed film. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'd love to know from Kodak what their thoughts are on the rating at 100, and if that 100 is supposed to be for low grain, or if it's just kind of a byproduct of a lower cost film. That being said, I think it's a viable option for inexpensive film. I enjoy shooting it. I'll continue to shoot it. I'm going to do another review here shortly on Ultramax 400. I've shot about 20 rolls of that recently, and I really like that too. Once again, out of camera, straight scanned for a look. I don't love it. I think it really, these lower cost films, you need to craft a look. You need to have something in mind. You need to have kind of a workflow and a process. And I know some guys are like, oh God, that's why you tweaking film. The whole beauty of film is what comes out of camera. For certain film stocks, I agree with you. Certain film stocks I love straight out, and I don't tweak them at all. And then there's other films that I don't feel really bring out the texture and the colors and and the depth that I want to see. So I kind of tweak them to suit my needs, and maybe we'll do a video on that at some point. But anyways, let's take a quick look at some of the images I've shot with Kodak Professional Pro Image 100, and most of these photos were shot with my Leica M2 and then Nikon F3. Let's check it out. Well, there you go. I hope you enjoyed the sample images of Kodak Professional Pro Image 100. Hopefully it's a film stock that you can add to your arsenal of tools and looks that you want to create. It's always nice to get different varying opinions through different cameras, see what might work for you. Thanks again for watching. If you're not subscribing, please hit that subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Really helps me out, keeps me motivated to create content. I like to do more of this if people out there are enjoying it, feel it's beneficial, feel it's the kind of thing they want to keep seeing. Also, if you'd like to see high resolution images of these particular Kodak Professional Pro Image 100 photos, there's a link down in the description straight to my Flickr account with the high res full resolution scan, so you can really look at these and really determine if this is the kind of film stock that you want to shoot. Anyways, thanks again. Thanks for checking in. See you next time on Retro Camera Cool.